Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy BK97Z back at it again for a new vid, and today I got a pretty special one for you. I'm going to show you my SCAR loadout. This is kind of a quick glance at it. We're going to go into the nitty-gritty of it all here in a second, but I'll show you guys here in this nice little free-for-all lobby what's going on. As you can see, I just kind of melted that guy right here, and I mean, it's a nice looking SCAR. The attachments aren't too wild on it. It really does melt everything. The kick isn't too bad, and as you can see, it reloads super fast because we have sleight of hand on. And I'll kind of go into why I choose sleight of hand over a larger magazine, because that is kind of one of the main downfalls of the SCAR, is the ammo capacity. So we are going to end this game and I'll show you guys my SCAR loadout. Now this is private match and I have all the attachments unlocked already in core, but it's private match because I just wanted to run some bots. Plus, you have to have the gold camo unlocked in regular online matches to use it in the private match. So let's see, show you guys. So this is the SCAR loadout we are going to be talking about today. So you want to use a monolithic suppressor because the damage range isn't suppressed, which is like a big thing as far as the success of weapons in this game. That's why I don't like the M4s, because the damage range drops off really well, or a lot after just a respectable distance. And that's why ARs are so good in this game versus submachine guns, because the damage range is just insane, and the gunfights on this map, or on this game, because the maps are so much longer, that you want to have probably an assault rifle. But the way we set this assault rifle up is so you get some of the advantages of a submachine gun, and we're going to kind of talk about that as the description goes on. So no barrel, because the barrel really lowers down your ADS and it's not the best for recoil. And when you use this Force Tech CQC Pro, the ADS speed isn't increased that much and the recoil is just like extremely terrible. So if you're looking for a gun that just shoots straight but has terrible EDS, I would probably use one of these barrels, but it's a balancing act. Laser obviously is terrible. Optic, when you don't run optics on a gun in this Call of Duty, it makes your ADS speed so much faster. ADS standing for aim down sight, if anyone doesn't know that already. I've used all of these stocks, and the FTAC collapsible stock really increases your movement speed and really increases your ADS speed. I mean, so you lose some control and recoil control, but you can gain that back with the other attachments without sacrificing as much ADS as some of the other attachments. Now, the most important attachment I think for the SCAR is the stippled grip tape, because it gives you sprint to fire speed, an increase to that, which means whenever you're done running, you're going to be able to fire your gun faster, which is pretty OP in my opinion. And then more ADS speed, this is one of the few attachments that gives you more ADS speed. PERK, sleight of hand. Like I said, I think it's more important to be able to reload faster rather than have a larger clip, because the clips aren't even really that large, first of all, in the SCAR, and then second of all, it really lowers your ADS speed when you have a larger clip in. And then the Commando foregrip, I think, is the best underbarrel attachment, because not only does it give you recoil stabilization and aiming stability, but it doesn't take away your ADS speed like all of these other ones really do, or just the ones that are designed to be for recoil based purposes. The tactical foregrip doesn't adjust your recoil stability, but I mean, it does your aiming stability, but it won't give you slower ADS speed. But it doesn't give you recoil control, which is probably more important in my opinion for the SCAR, because the SCAR is pretty bad for recoil. So I can make a video if you guys would like about the difference between recoil stabilization and aiming stability, but I mean, that's kind of a thing for later. So I run RPG as my secondary on this class, just because I think it's fun and it's useful in certain situations. I mean, think anytime you wish you had another grenade, where not only do you have another grenade, it's now attached to a rocket that will go just straight wherever you want. And I don't ever use my secondary anyway. I think it's dumb. So the RPG is probably the best one for me. Perks, EOD is essential because Claymores used to be really OP in this game, but this will also help you eat pronades and like just grenades in general. So I think that's really important. Ghost, you should definitely be using because you don't want to show up on UAVs and obviously other stuff. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory why you would want that. And then Tracker, I think, is the best third perk. Other than Tune Up, depending on what game mode you're playing. If you're playing Search, I think Tune Up could be really important, just for getting dead silence. But this one's more fun because it gets you a free kill every once in a while when you can see an enemy's footprint trail. And then also it hides the enemy death locations and the death markers, so the other team can't see where someone got killed. You wouldn't notice it. This has been a perk that's been added in Call of Duty before, that hides the death markers of your enemies, if you guys aren't familiar. And it's really kind of a slept on perk in my opinion. So that's like a really good second part of Tracker to have, that a lot of people I don't think are talking about. And we could make a whole video on that honestly as well. But yeah, this has been my quick setup of my SCAR. Let me know what you guys think. I think the monolithic suppressor is going to be the most debated topic because I think it's just important to have a silencer. It's kind of it makes you less obvious to the other team. I mean, obviously that's why you would use a flashcard, but it's just like an advanced version of a flashcard that kind of just hides where you are on the map and gives you that extra little advantage to maybe not be seen when you're in the other team spawn, and maybe get an extra kill because you weren't seen or really heard, or it took them an extra second to figure out where you were because it wasn't so easy. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, join the crew, and we'll see you later.